let's see. By the title of the video, you already know what we're going to talk about. Um, if I'm trans, am I gay? That's a thing that a lot of people ask, and a lot of people that are thinking of becoming trans. Some of them have thoughts that, like, once they become trans and they get sex changes and they go through hormone therapy, that they'll be expected to have sex with men, you know. And it's a touchy subject, I think. I've been watching lots of videos and seeing lots of people talk about it. It seems like as you become more passable and you take medicines and your muscles tend to degrade and you tend to take on more of a feminine shape and your face loses its male figures, and you get rid of this, and this puffiness in your face is due to muscles and things like that. It tends to slim more and you start to look more feminine. Of course you need surgeries on your face to look real feminine, but you start to be a little bit more passable. And when you're passable, obviously you're going to be hit on by men. And when you're taking hormones, I think you'll, from what I've seen, like I say, I'm not on HRT yet, so from what I've seen, it sounds like you'll start to become emotional. You'll have emotions like women, and I would think that the more passable you become, it's up to you, but you'll either be more attracted to men because more men will hit on you than women, probably, or you'll be attracted to women still. It's all it's really hard to tell. You can't go into it thinking that that's how it's going to be. Because you don't know. Once you take your medicines and take all your pills and get your sex change and stuff, you may get done with it and be attracted to guys. You never know. Doesn't, and either way, it doesn't matter. It's you. You do you, boo. So my own personal experience. I don't. I know I'm not gay now. And I'll talk about my experiences. In foster homes when I was a kid, I was molested by men. When I went into the, let's see, I think it was the third institution in Nebraska. I was with I think I was 14 and a half or 15, something like that. And I went in with, I was with a boy that was in lockup with us, and he had been molested by his father, so, and I never thought I was gay. It was just, I was in lockup for like 9 months and, just something to do, really. So, it's kind of like when you're in prison and, guys that aren't gay have sex with gay men, so, it's just something you did, and, I was a horny, 15-year-old kid, so, that's just what happened. And then there was another guy there that was gay, and he was attracted to me, so I did something with him a few times. He even moved into my room, and, I never, like, fell in love with him, didn't feel anything for him, really. It was like I say, it was just boring, and you're in lockup in a mental institution, it's any kind of intimacy is better than none, because your parents only get to come up like once a week, and it's really lonely, especially when you're, 15 years old and, the only people are people on your ward. So, yeah, that was my first two sexual experiences. When I moved to Pueblo, I was working at a place, Mako Paint and Body, and I was living in my cousin's house, and I met a guy that worked there, and there was two brothers that were they were like twins, and one of them had a trailer and a daughter, and I went over to his house, and I didn't even know, like, he was bi, and we were watching a movie or something like that, and he just, like, started messing with me, and I didn't stop it. I didn't really care, you know. I think a lot of people, when you get in a situation like that, you never know if you're gay or if you're, you know. I've always been sexually kind of ambiguous, where I don't really care, you know. I think that when it comes to sex, I think there's lots of different ideas on sex, but I think sex is, to me, the basic principles are, if you're bi one way, bi another way, or you're in the middle. And what I mean by that is, you're feminine and you're gay, but if it should arise that you're able to have sex with, you know, say like you're a gay man and you can have sex with a woman, you will, you know. And then in that case, you're bi, but you're bi gay, you know. And then there's other people who are totally straight, but if a gay man hits on them, well, why not, you know. And then there's the guys that are in the middle, you know, the people that are in the middle, and they're like, either way, they're looking, they don't care, you know. Whoever comes up to them and says, hey, let's fuck, they'll go, yeah, let's do it, you know. So I believe that's kind of, you know, where I'm at. I don't actively search out men, you know. I never have. They've just like fallen into my lap. So I consider myself to be on this side. I'm straight, but, you know, if a gay man hits on you or whatever like that, and you're trans, of course, you want to, you know, like, you know, because if they think you're a woman and then they find out you're not, that can, you know, you can be killed, you know. And there's people trans that are dying every day, so that's something you don't want to get into, you know. So you want to be honest. But with that guy, I went over to his house. I stayed at his house a couple of times, and it wasn't really a relationship. I've never had a gay relationship, you know, but we had sex once, you know, once basically, and I stayed the night, and that was about it, you know. And let's see, since then, that was when I was 20. Yeah, I think since then there's been nothing, you know. That was it. So, from my experiences, which have only been 3, I would say I'm not gay, you know. But once you start taking hormone replacement therapy and men start hitting on you, straight men, and you start to see yourself more as a woman, you may decide you don't want to live as a lesbian. You know, you may decide you want to be a straight, you know, a straight woman, you know, basically. So it's all up to you, you know, it's all up to you. And I wouldn't get hung up on it, you know, just you do you. And as you take the journey and, you know, 2-3 years in, when you get surgeries and you start having boobs and your face starts getting more feminine and you start having, you know, more, you start allowing yourself, like for me, it's really hard right now because because I don't look feminine, it's hard to act feminine, you know, because I think it's kind of like being in a costume. You know, I feel like I'm in a costume right now, and I'm a man. You know, so I have to act like a man. You know, I got to be a man, do man things, because I'm a man. You know, so I think once you start to look more feminine, it starts to become your real costume. Like it's not a costume, it's you. You know, so you start allowing yourself more to speak like a feminine, speak feminine, to do effeminate things, things like that. So I think getting hung up on all that is it won't do you any justice, and you don't need to worry about that. You just need to live your life and be who you are, and hopefully find some friends that will accept you. And you know, that's the best advice I can give. You know, is you know, in time you'll find out for yourself whether you're gay or you're straight. And I would say if you feel like you're a woman and you want to transition, if you're attracted to men, you're not gay. You know, if you want to be a woman and you're attracted to women, then you are gay. You're a lesbian. So you know, you you got to get into that mindset. If you're a woman and you're attracted to women, you're gay. So if you're saying like, oh, if I'm going to be a trans, I don't want to be gay, well, then you need to be attracted to men. So right now, as a man, you are gay. You see what I'm getting with there? So, you need to reevaluate your gender identity there, and think about that. A lot of people don't. So, and as I say, a lot of people think when you say you're, a male to female or female to male transgender, they automatically go to the fact that like, oh, well, then you're gay. You must be gay. And as I said before in the other video, gender is different from sexuality. And lots of people fight back against it. I know a lot of people that are actually gay. They say like, oh, I hate gays suck, and they're in the closet and they're actually married and stuff. I have quite a few friends, one that died actually a few years ago, and he was my best friend in Fort Collins. He did karaoke, and he was gay, and he said he had a lot of guys that hit on him and a lot of guys that he had sex with in Fort Collins and things like that were straight, and they were just like they didn't want to date anybody. They didn't want to be seen as gay. They didn't want anybody to talk to them. They didn't want to be seen in public with anybody, but they had sexual tendencies towards gay, towards people of, who are gay. And they wanted to have sex with him, and he was kind of pissed off about it because he was like, I wish they'd just come out of the closet, And for some people, that's hard to do. They don't want to take on the LGBT nameplate, and become gay. So, but those are things I wouldn't even worry about. Don't even worry about it. It's a journey. Take it. Have fun with it. So, if you like this video, like, subscribe, and have a good day.